Hi there, my name is Melanie Ruth with GingerSnap Florals and a member of Fate Studios, and this is Flowers in a Snap with GingerSnap. All right, my dears, so today I thought it would be really awesome to make a Mother's Day bouquet with all stuff that you can get from Trader Joe's and from the Dollar Tree, because why not? Let's save some money, shall we? And still make our mothers happy and show them how much we love them. So I want to introduce my flowers today. So we always need to have a really good base for any of our bouquets. So today I'm going to be using hydrangea. I happen to have some, more elite pink hydrangea and some green hydrangea with me today, but you can definitely find beautiful fluffy white hydrangea at any local supermarket or at Trader Joe's. Another little fun flower I decided to bring into the mix today is something called green mist. It has a really beautiful structure, it's really round. It's going to be a really great base for us to put all of our flowers into. I always like to actually add a little bit of texture around my bouquets, around my vases. So this is something called willow eucalyptus. It has really great fall. It has a really lot of texture, which is really nice. I have as well some really nice, I almost call them tangerine. Technically they're yellow, but to me they look tangerine. Spray roses. You will definitely be able to find spray roses at Trader Joe's or at a supermarket. Let's see, I actually went there this morning and I was able to find these gorgeous, like variegated two-tone white and purple plum carnations. These are called mini carnations. They're awesome. Just bring a lot of great structure and texture and all those great things. And then I have Crispidia balls. Crispidia balls or Billy balls are just fun. They're just fun. A little bit of quirkiness, a little bit of springtime flair, and then I've got a little bit more of my money, as we like to call it in the industry. It is ranunculus season, everyone. It's amazing. They are beautiful. They are super petally and soft. They're feminine, but they're still springtime. And then one of my absolute favorite flowers, this is chamomile. Chamomile is kind of a big umbrella flower, has lots of different kinds, including the kind that we have in our tea. But this is my favorite kind of chamomile because they look like little baby daisies. And I think that's it. All the players for today, and let's get started. All right, everyone. So what you see in front of you is a really simple cylindrical vase that I got at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store. Guess what? They're $1. What we want to make sure we do is we're going to fill our vase pretty high because unfortunately some stems might be a little bit shorter than we want them to be, and we want to make sure that all of our stems are drinking. That's what we call it in the industry when a flower is able to get lots and lots of water. We want to make sure that they're drinking. So what we're going to start off with is our base. So I'm going to take this hydrangea. That's too long. That looks ridiculous, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it at a really strong diagonal angle. See how much white is showing? The more white that's showing on hydrangea stems means it's drinking even more. Now that's pretty good. That's a pretty nice length right there. Okay, so we're gonna also do that with our green hydrangea. Bink. There we go. Let's see how that works. Now that one's a little bit too tall, so I'm gonna adjust. There we go. Now we're starting to look like a bouquet. I'm gonna take my green mist as well. Awesome. Let's take our other piece of green mist right here. And I just want to create a really nice, fluffy circle. That's what I'm working towards. A really nice, fluffy circle. Now, I personally like when my flowers are really mixed in, where there's not any one particular flower right next to each other. So remember at first the hydrangea were touching, and now I've put this green mist in between them. So I'm breaking up this particular type of fluffiness with almost these really beautiful, like linear little pieces. All right, it just creates a lot more of an interesting feel. So the next thing, if I remember what I said earlier correctly, so we're gonna put in some eucalyptus. And of course my favorite piece just fell on the floor. All right, guys. Eucalyptus comes in many shapes and sizes, but you're gonna have to clean it a little bit in order to stick it in. Now see, I'm gonna try and get a really good spot, a really good piece to show you. See how there's all these little leaves that are too far down? You need to clean it. Now the easiest way to clean it, you don't have to use it with scissors or anything hard, you're just gonna pinch and pull down. And there they go, and they're gone. That was easy. All right, beautiful. And I'm just having some fun putting some little eucalyptus in here. Now see how I'm kind of making a triangular structure? I've got 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. That's my minimum. That's the minimum that I need to do. Essentially what I'm gonna be doing is creating 3 different points to look at. You could obviously, if you wanted, do the entire thing, a big circle all the way around. You're gonna have enough eucalyptus in one little pack. That's only $3, which is great. All right. Cute. This is looking very cute. And then what I'm gonna do, since I'm kind of a fan of having a little bit of wispy wild, I'm gonna do 2 pieces sticking out the top. That is totally up to you. This is your bouquet, it's not my bouquet, all right? But I feel like having a little bit of wild garden goofiness going on, all right? All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do are these Crispidia balls. Now, I love in wedding floristry or in just regular fun bouquets when Crispidia balls are just goofy and kind of sticking every which way. I love them. So I'm putting them inside the hydrangea. If you notice, I'm pulling apart really gently the hydrangea itself, and the hydrangea is gonna be kind of this like spider web of little tiny pieces, and you're gonna be able to shimmy whatever flowers you want in between them. You just have to be gentle. All right, this is fun. I love these. Ah, so fun. Okay. All right, let's see, I might want one more. Let's do, bam. All right, so next, I'm gonna take my little spray roses. Okay, these guys are adorable. And the same thing as I did with the hydrangea, roses, nice diagonal cut. More white, the better. The longer it'll live, the happier mama will be, right? Now I like to use my spray roses as kind of an outliner, something that's going to highlight a more expensive and bigger flower. So I'll show you those in a second. But right now I'm putting my spray roses nestled in my bouquet where I sort of know I'm gonna put some of those more expensive flowers. Always be careful with spray roses. They've got little tiny thorns that are very, very sneaky. You're not gonna see them, and then suddenly you're gonna be like, ow, that was awful. So always make sure to clean your stems. All right, here we go. That's looking pretty good. Next, I'm gonna do some of these gorgeous carnations. All right, now I want to put one right in the center. There we go, gorgeous. All right, well, that's definitely where you wanna go. Something that I always enjoy with floristry, just in general, is when the flowers kind of talk to you and tell you where they want to be. So that guy had a really, really beautiful curve to one direction. So I decided that I wanted to actually make it curve outwards and bring a little bit more value, a little bit more of a wingspan, as I like to call it, to the actual bouquet. All right, now these guys, are a little bit too, these particular two stems right here are a little bit too short. They're not going to be seen once I put them in. So I'm cutting them off. And then I'm going to try and actually wiggle them in different spots. So I like to have, especially little carnations, kind of hug the outside of the bouquet so that when you see it in the vase, it doesn't just randomly start. It's almost like it's actually growing out of the vase. Believe it or not, guys, we're about 75% done. Not too hard, right? All right, so time for the money. Time for the money. All right, my dear, so I've got all the colors. What colors should I do? I want to do some hot pink. I'm gonna do some hot pink. Ah, so beautiful, so petally, so amazing. I love ranunculus. They're my favorite flower. Can you tell? All right, so I'm gonna put these ranunculus in kind of contrasting spots. So I had this lots of green right here, so I'm putting the pink to bounce out, right? Now, if I remember correctly, right now, since ranunculus are in season, I think they do packs of like five or six for like $5. You don't need to put like 15 here, maybe 10, and you're good to go. It's gorgeous. This is kind of the fun part in the sense that you really just get to put them wherever you see fit. This is where you get to express yourself. You've developed your base, it's beautiful, everyone's excited already, I'm excited, you're excited, everything's great. And now it's just about, where do you feel like one should go? At this point though, there are quite a lot of stems in this guy, so you might have to lift it up in order to wiggle it in, okay? I am definitely a sucker for this dark purple. I think it's so lovely. Let's put one, let's make it the star of the show. Let's put it right dead center. Wonderful. Now, how's that looking? Are we feeling like there are enough ranunculus, or we want a couple more? I feel like I might need one to kind of jut out on this side because I've got this one kind of wee over here. So I'm going to do one this way, but I'm going to try and do one that already has a bit of a natural curve. Ranunculus are a little wibble wobbly sometimes, and they like to do what they want. There we go. That was the rub. All right, so last flower. And honestly, guys, this looks gorgeous. There's not really a reason to add anything else when it comes right on down to it. So if you look at this and you're like, wow, this is beautiful, my mom's gonna love it, that's all that I need, then you don't even have to worry about adding this chamomile that I'm gonna add. I'm just a huge fan. I just really like it. I think that it's gonna be kind of that last little springy element that's needed. So, chamomile likes to spread out. See how wide that is? I don't want to have to figure out how to put all of that in like 3 separate spots. So I'm literally gonna just pinch it right here before I place it. And it's gonna end up being a bit more of a normal clump, like that. And you'll notice that with this chamomile, I'm trying to kind of hit every single little side. Give it just a little bit. All right, my dears. Are we done? I think we're done. Look at that. And just like that, in all of, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe less, you have a beautiful Mother's Day bouquet. Now, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty, you know, every household has one of those boxes full of ribbons that you use for all those different things. Now, what you want to do is get a piece of ribbon. I found this beautiful, beautiful springy lime green right here. And you're gonna find your front, whatever front you want it to be. To me, this is my front. This is what I like the most. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spin it around, is I'm going to tie a bow. There we go. Beautiful. See if I can do this. A dear friend of mine is the bow master, so sometimes I'll pull her in and she'll do bows for me. Or she'll adjust them. Now, we've got a Mother's Day bouquet. Gorgeous. I'm happy. I know she'll be too. Well, I hope everyone had fun today. If you did, please hit subscribe and follow Fate Studios, as well as GingerSnap Florals on Instagram, Facebook. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. This has been Flowers in a Snap with GingerSnap Florals.